Well, close but no cigars. The Air Force Falcons lose their 4th game in a row as they fall to the Wyoming Cowboys by a final score of 70-65. As we welcome you back inside of Clune Arena. This one was just a very tough game for the Falcons, especially when you think about what happened at the free throw line, Brian. They had a fantastic opportunity to be able to win, just weren't able to knock down their free throws.
Yeah, you make the free throws and you're right in this basketball game. And unfortunately, they didn't make enough of them to stay close enough to make those possessions at the end there matter. And you can't do that if you're the Air Force Falcons. Got to make free throws and make more shots down the stretch. Too many scoring droughts as well.
In the first half, Air Force shot 8 of 17 from downtown. And in the second half, only 2 of 7. And we talked about the shooting woes against UNLV. They struggled, only shooting 33%. Did better a little bit, but then come down crunch time, wasn't able to go and knock down their shots when they needed them the most.
That's right. The scoring drought in the absolute wrong time of the game, down the end of the game. And Wyoming kind of turned it up then, and they were stronger inside.
Yeah, Wyoming, without their leading scorer, was able to find a way how to get it done. As when you look at the highlights, it started off well for the Falcons, mostly in the painting area with Mr. Wesley Silahusky.
Yeah, Silahusky banked 2 threes as well, and then he got it inside. He was big and strong to lead the Falcons in this game with 19 points. But, man, Wyoming was just knocking them down from 3. That's Allen, who went perfect from three-point land today. He was 4 for 4, perfect from the floor. He had 14 points to lead Wyoming, or actually Newton had 16 points, but then Nesbitt, strong inside down the stretch, got that basket against Jeffrey Mills. And here, down 3, the Falcons had the look they wanted. Ethan Taylor just couldn't bang it. And from there, it was make free throws and take care of it for the Wyoming Cowboys, and they got the win.
Looking at the final statistics, you see that the Falcons were able to go and have 5 more assists. You look around and say, well, you did everything well, but it's those hidden stats. Going back to the free throw line, Wyoming, 13 of 18. Air Force went 5 of 13. If you just make 5 of those free throws, we're going in overtime.
Yeah, crazy. And, you know, the Falcons were ahead in the rebounding battle here. In the first half, they were up 12-7. Wyoming corrected that in the second half. Their big guys got inside and hit the boards, and it gave them some second chance points there in the second half. They came up with 3 points there.
Well, with the loss, the Air Force Falcons would drop to 3-11, 0-3 in conference play. Their next game will be against San Diego State on the road. A very difficult team, but I remember last year what the Falcons did. They went into New Mexico, was able to pull out a W from there. It's not impossible for this team to come back to Clune Arena next Saturday with a W under the belt.
It sure would be nice. You know, in the Falcons, I like the way they're playing. I'll bet you Joe Scott, he hasn't hung his head after any of these losses this year. I don't expect him to today. I think the fight was there for the Falcons. Just got to figure out a way to make more free throws and make some shots on those possessions late in the game.
And looking at the upcoming schedule, as we talked about, the game at San Diego State, that'll be on the 8th, and then we'll return back here to Clune Arena where the Falcons would take on San Jose State. That'll be a 1 o'clock start, and then they'll be at Nevada on the 14th, 17th at Fresno State before returning back home to take on Fresno State, rather San Diego State. Now on the opposite side, when you look at Wyoming, well, the Wyoming Cowboys did improve to 9-6, 2-2 in conference play. They will continue on their winning ways. They'll return home to take on New Mexico. And it's an impressive victory for the Cowboys, especially without their leading scorer, Obi Agnew.
Absolutely. Without him playing in the game today, you thought this was a prime opportunity for the Falcons. Unfortunately, Air Force couldn't get it done. Hats off to Sundance Wicks and his team because they did.
Well, we'll see what the Falcons can go and get a W next time as they fall to their arch rival, the Wyoming Cowboys, by a final score of 70-65. We'll be back on January 11th, my birthday, at 1 p.m. when the men's basketball team will take on San Jose State. This has been a presentation of Altitude Sports and Entertainment, your home for the Air Force Falcons. For myself, Justin Adams, and Brian German, and the entire crew, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you all season long on Altitude Sports. Have a wonderful night, and God bless.